What if I told you that the anxiety you're feeling right now could actually be the key to unlocking your strength and resilience? So many of us struggle with anxiety, whether it's the weight of daily stress, the fear of the unknown, or the constant buzz of overthinking. Anxiety can feel overwhelming. But here's the good news, you're not alone, and there are tools to help you through it. Here are 12 quotes that speak directly to anxiety and overcoming it. Think of this as a mini therapy session. Let's get started. Part 1. Identifying and removing what drains you. Quote 1. You cannot overestimate the unimportance of practically everything. John Maxwell. Anxiety often stems from giving too much weight to things that don't truly matter. This quote is a gentle reminder to step back and ask yourself, is this thing I'm worrying about really as important as it feels right now? Most of the time, the answer is no. Try this exercise. Write down what's worrying you, then ask yourself, will this matter in a week, a month, a year? This simple practice can help you gain perspective and let go of unnecessary stress. Quote 2. The first step in crafting the life you want is to get rid of everything you don't. Joshua Becker. Anxiety often thrives in clutter, whether it's physical, emotional, or mental. Becker's quote is a call to action to declutter your life. This doesn't just mean cleaning out your closet, though that can help. It also means letting go of toxic relationships, unhealthy habits, and negative thought patterns. Start by identifying one thing in your life that drains your energy. It could be a social media habit, a commitment you've outgrown, or even a self-critical inner voice. Take steps to remove or reduce it. Remember, you're creating space for peace and positivity. Quote 3. Guard well your spare moments. They're like uncut diamonds. Discard them and their value will never be known. Improve them and they will become the brightest gems in a useful life. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Time is one of our most precious resources, yet we often waste it on things that don't serve us. Emerson's quote reminds us to protect our time and energy. When you're feeling anxious, ask yourself, am I spending my time on things that uplift me, or am I pouring energy into things that drain me? You can create a time audit. For one day, track how you spend your time. Notice where you're investing your energy and where you're losing it. Then make intentional choices to prioritize activities that bring you joy and peace. Part 2. Confronting what you're afraid of. Quote 4. Do the thing you fear most, and the death of fear is certain. Mark Twain. Fear is a natural part of life, and it is one of the central tenets of anxiety, but it doesn't have to control you. Mark Twain's quote is a powerful reminder that the only way to overcome fear is to face it. Whether it's fear of failure, rejection, or the unknown, taking action is the antidote. So if you're afraid of public speaking, practice in front of a mirror or with a trusted friend. If you're afraid of failure, remind yourself that mistakes are part of growth. Each small step you take builds confidence and reduces fear's grip on you. Quote 5. Everything you've ever wanted is on the other side of fear. George Adair. This quote is a beacon of hope for anyone feeling stuck. Fear often acts as a barrier, keeping us from pursuing our dreams. But what if the life you've always imagined is just beyond that barrier? These words encourage us to see fear as a signpost, not a stop sign. One thing you can do is to try to visualize your goal. Close your eyes and imagine yourself on the other side of your fear. What does it feel like? What does it look like? Hold on to that vision as motivation to take the next step. Quote 6. Fear is a reaction, courage is a decision. Winston Churchill. Fear is automatic, but courage is a choice. Churchill's quote reminds us that we have the power to choose how we respond to fear. When anxiety strikes, pause and ask yourself, what would courage do in this moment? You could practice reframing. Instead of saying, I'm so anxious about this, try saying, I'm feeling anxious, but I'm choosing to be brave. This small shift in language can empower you to take action. Part 3. Learning to relax and let go. Quote 7. Almost everything will work again if you unplug it for a few minutes, including you, Anne Lamott. In our always-on world, it's easy to forget the importance of rest. Anne Lamott's quote is a playful yet profound reminder that we all need to unplug and recharge. When you're feeling overwhelmed, take a break. It's not laziness, it's self-care. Try the 5-4-3-2-1 rule. When you're feeling anxious, pause and name 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. This grounding technique can help you reset and relax. Quote 8. Rest when you're weary. Refresh and renew yourself, your body, your mind, your spirit, then get back to work. Ralph Marston. Rest isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. Ralph Marston's words emphasizes the importance of self-care in maintaining balance and productivity. When you're feeling overwhelmed, don't push through at the expense of your well-being. You can schedule rest like it's an appointment, whether it's a 10-minute meditation, a walk in nature, or a nap. Make time for it. You'll return to your tasks with a clearer mind and a stronger spirit. Quote 9. The time to relax is when you don't have time for it. Sidney J. Harris. This quote is a gentle nudge to prioritize relaxation, even when life feels hectic. It's during our busiest moments that we need relaxation the most. Carving out small moments of calm can make a big difference in managing anxiety. Maybe you could set a relaxation alarm. Choose a time each day to pause and do something calming, even if it's just for 5 minutes. Over time, these small moments will add up to a more peaceful mindset. Part 4. Shifting your perspective. Quote 10. You don't have to control your thoughts, you just have to stop letting them control you. Dan Millman. Anxiety often stems from overthinking and trying to control the uncontrollable. Dan Millman's quote offers a refreshing perspective. You don't have to eliminate negative thoughts, you just have to stop giving them power. When a negative thought arises, acknowledge it without judgment. Imagine it as a cloud passing by in the sky. You don't have to hold on to it, just let it drift away. Quote 11. Worrying is like paying a debt you don't owe. Mark Twain. Worrying is exhausting, and most of the things we worry about never come to pass. Mark Twain's clever analogy reminds us that worrying is often a waste of energy. Try creating a worry window. Set aside 10 minutes each day to write down your worries. When the time is up, close the window and let them go. This practice can help contain your worries and prevent them from taking over your day. Quote 12. The greatest weapon against stress is our ability to choose one thought over another. William James. This quote is a powerful reminder that we have control over our minds. While we can't always control our circumstances, we can choose how we respond to them. When you're feeling stressed, shift your focus to something you're grateful for. Gratitude has a way of putting things in perspective and calming the mind. Remember, anxiety is a part of life, but it doesn't have to define your life. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more uplifting content. Share your favorite quote or a tip that's helped you manage anxiety in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you.